Good evening. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Bahrain affirms solidarity with Palestinian cause. Bahrain's experience in protecting children reviewed. Oil Minister opened Middle East Petroleum and Gas Conference 2022. Saudi Cabinet approved United National Platform for Visas. Cannes Film Festival rolls out red carpet as crowds descend for 75th anniversary. Sri Lanka down to last day of petrol, says Prime Minister. News in detail. Bahrain affirms solidarity with Palestinian cause. Chief of Arab Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ahmed Mohammed Al-Tarifi, has participated in a meeting in solidarity with the Palestinian people organized by the Palestinian Embassy. In his speech, Al-Tarifi affirmed the firm position of Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa in supporting the Palestinian cause in the rights of the Palestinian people to establish their independent and sovereign state on the June 4, 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital, on the basis of the principle of the two-state solution in accordance with the principles of international law, the Arab Peace Initiative and relevant international legitimacy resolutions. He noted Bahrain's support for the endeavors of the State of Palestine to obtain full membership in the United Nations, enhance its legal and international standing, and embody its independence and sovereignty over its land. He called on the international community to assume its political and legal responsibilities. His Royal Highness Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa Quran Award concludes. The second edition of the late His Royal Highness Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa Quran Prize has concluded. The competition was held under the patronage of Her Highness Sheikha Lulwa bint Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Honorary Chairperson of the Al Noor Charity Welfare. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Khalifa attended the final ceremony on behalf of Her Highness Sheikha Lulwa bint Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa. Al Noor Charity Welfare Chairperson, Head of the Prize Permanent Committee, Sheikha Lamia bint Muhammad bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, addressed the final ceremony. Representative of the ceremony, patron Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Khalifa, honored the jury and the winners of the prize in different categories. Bahrain's experience in protecting children reviewed. The public prosecution participated in a webinar on child protection rules during investigation, which was organized by the GCC Secretariat General, Family and Child Prosecution Head Zainab Salman Al Awainati. Reviewed Bahrain's experience in child protection during investigation by highlighting the specialities of the family and child prosecution. She clarified that the law on restorative justice for children and their protection from maltreatment guarantees criminal protection for the children and provides them with a set of guarantees during investigation and trial. She also reviewed the special investigation rooms and gave a presentation on RIEA initiative. The online symposium was held in line with the recommendations of the GCC public prosecutors and attorney generals to hold interactive webinars on the experiences of the member states in protecting children during investigation. Deputy Premier chaired meeting of Supreme Council for Development, Educational and Training. Deputy Prime Minister, Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Development of Education and Training, Sheikh Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa, chaired the Council's 49th meeting held online today. He asserted the government's keenness to develop the educational and training sector, which enjoys continuous follow-up from His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He pointed out that the government's efforts to invest in citizens and give them top priority in the labor market so as to achieve Bahrain Economic Vision 2030. Youth Minister highlighted Masari project. Youth and Sports Affairs Minister Ayman bin Tawfiq Al Mayed affirmed that the ministry is keen to support Bahraini youth, train and develop their skills through the professionally designed project. The Masari project comes in line with the government's program to achieve Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030 and is considered one of the most prominent projects launched by the Ministry of Youth and Sports Affairs to form a distinct addition to the programs of the Bahraini Youth Year 2022, the minister said. Al-Mayed highlighted that the projects aim for the youth to face challenges and provide scholarships and experience exchange programs in the best educational institutions, universities, and participate in non-profit organizations to enable them for the labor market. Tamkeen partners with SANS Institute to train hundreds of Bahrainis in cyber security. The Labour Fund established a strategic partnership with SANS Institute to provide quality training in cyber security for hundreds of Bahrainis, starting with 200 graduates over the next 2 years. The initiative is in line with Tamkeen's strategic direction and comes as a response to the market needs that require high quality and specialized tech training opportunities for Bahrainis and the pressing need for qualified professionals within the cyber security field. These opportunities will help upskill and reskill Bahrainis to fill this gap and establish sustainable career paths in the technology sector. SANS Institute is a leading US-based provider of specialized training information security. They aim to empower cybersecurity professionals with the practical skills and knowledge they need to make the world a safer place. Their courses cater to all information security professionals, regardless of their level of experience, and offer a hands-on approach that enables professionals to gain skills and knowledge they can apply immediately in their professional lives. Oil Minister opened Middle East Petroleum and Gas Conference 2022. Oil Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Khalifa today opened the 29th Annual Middle East Petroleum and Gas Conference held at the Four Seasons Hotel, Bahrain Bay. Saudi Energy Minister His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman Al Saud, Iraqi Oil Minister Ihsan Abdul Jabbar Ismail, and a number of senior officials from local, regional, and world oil companies from 25 countries participated in the opening ceremony. In his opening speech, the minister expressed thanks and appreciation to the participants in the global event, including CEOs and heads of international oil and gas companies, senior government officials, policymakers, international oil traders, energy experts, analysts, and leading organizations in the energy sector. He valued highly the unwavering support of the government, led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, so specialized oil events that benefit the national economy and honor the skills of the kingdom's human resources, noting that the energy sector is the main engine of economic growth. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. Unsettled weather with dust expected to continue. Asthma patients and people susceptible to dust allergies have been advised to stay indoors as unsettled weather in Bahrain is expected to continue. A heavy dust storm blanketed parts of the kingdom yesterday with winds of 25 to 30 knots. Into weathermen forecast the dust haze to persist today. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination. Welcome back. Saudi Cabinet approved Unified National Platform for Visas. The Council of Ministers approved on Tuesday transforming the online visa platform under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Unified National Platform for Visas. As per the decision of the weekly session of the Cabinet, the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development will be responsible through its platforms for all work visa applications submitted by natural or legal persons and sent for approval to the United National Platform for Visas at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Saudi enforces measures on citizens regarding real estate in Georgia. Saudi Arabia's embassy in Georgia has called on its citizens to take several important measures before taking the decision of investing in real estate in the country. The embassy said that people wishing to invest in real estate in Georgia must fulfill 3 requirements, which are: those wishing to invest must check and visit the embassy before signing the real estate investments contracts. It's important to hire a certified lawyer to receive advice before starting the contract signing procedures. It's important and necessary before signing to know the regulations of investment and documenting the contracts with the House of Justice in Georgia. Foreigners are not allowed to own agricultural land in Georgia, the embassy noted. Prices of some goods up by 36% in Saudi Arabia. The General Authority of Statistics revealed that the prices of some products recorded an increase of 36% during the month of April compared to the previous month of March. These included mainly the rise in the prices of local tomatoes. They recorded an increase of 36.09%. The price of 1 kilo of tomato rose from Saudi Riyal 5.93 to Saudi Riyal 8.07, and this was followed by an increase in imported tomatoes by 28.17%, bringing the price of 1 kilo from Saudi Riyal 6 to Saudi Riyal 7.67. Travel by train from Kuwait to Oman via UAE soon. The much-hyped GCC-wide railway is still on track, with all Gulf countries building their own networks. In the near future, the 2,177-kilometer GCC railway network can be interlinked with Arab countries too, a top UAE minister said in Abu Dhabi. So passengers can continue to dream of a train travel from Kuwait City to Muscat via Abu Dhabi. Inaugurating the 16th edition of Middle East Rail, Suhail Al-Masroui, UAE's Minister of Energy and Infrastructure, underlined that building of railway network by the GCC countries is underway. OPEC wants no supply increase coming online. According to OPEC, the oil markets are so askew in the moment that adding capacity would fail to materially stave off high prices. Saudi Arabia's Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman has said there are physical impediments that no procedure can solve at work right now on the oil market. OPEC is expected to continue to raise output by 432,000 barrels a month. FDA clears COVID booster shot for healthy kids ages 5 to 11. US regulators on Tuesday authorized a COVID-19 booster shot for healthy 5 to 11-year-olds, hoping an extra vaccine dose will enhance their protection as infections once again creep upward. Everyone 12 and older already was supposed to get one booster dose for the best protection against the newest coronavirus variants, and some people, including those 50 and older, can choose a second booster. Associated Press reported. The Food and Drug Administration's authorization now opens a third shot of Pfizer's vaccine to elementary age kids too, at least 5 months after their last dose. Pfizer and its partner BioNTech make the only COVID-19 vaccine available for children of any age in the US. Those aged 5 to 11 receive 1/3 of the dose given to everyone 12 and older. Pfizer hit 0% effectiveness after 5 months, study says. The Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine turned negatively effective after 5 months, according to a new study. Researchers with the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention analyzed test results from sites across the United States and determined that the vaccine was 60% effective to 4 weeks after 12 to 15-year-olds got the second of the 2-dose primary regimen. But the effectiveness measured against symptomatic illness quickly plummeted, hitting 20% around month 2 and 0 around month 5. After that, recipients in the age group were more likely to be infected by COVID-19. Vaccine effectiveness was no longer significantly different from zero during month 3 after the second dose, as per the study. Pfizer, its partner BioNTech, and the CDC didn't respond to requests for comment based on the reports. In another study, researchers reported the gap of infection and hospitalization between unvaccinated and vaccinated youth narrowing over time, with vaccinated 5 to 11-year-olds being infected at a rate of 62 per 100,000 and unvaccinated being infected at a rate of 70 per 100,000. The production also warned considerably against hospitalization over time, researchers found. They said that the findings support efforts to increase vaccination coverage in children and adolescents. Cannes Film Festival rolls out red carpet as crowds descend for 75th anniversary. The Cannes Film Festival rolled out the red carpet Tuesday as the Mediterranean port city filled up with cinema stars, festival goers and oglers for the 75th anniversary event, bringing buzz and glamour back to the resort destination. The world's biggest film festival runs from May 17 to 28, back to its traditional calendar following 2 years of pandemic disruptions, and marking the return of parties and high hopes from the industry that will spark the return of audiences to move theatres. Sri Lanka down to last day of petrol, says Prime Minister. Sri Lanka's new Prime Minister said on Monday the crisis-hit nation was down to its last day of petrol, as the country's power minister told citizens not to join the lengthy fuel queues that have galvanized weeks of anti-government protests. Ranil Wickremesinghe, appointed Prime Minister on Tuesday, said in an address to the nation the country urgently needs $75 million in foreign exchange to pay for essential imports. 2 shipments of petrol and 2 of diesel using an Indian credit line could provide relief in the next few days, he added. But the country is also facing a shortage of 14 essential medicines. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.